Happy Monday!
Happy Monday!
Happy Monday!
Nobody wants a boring yearbook spread. So let's look at 6 ways we can add variety in our photography to change things up a bit and make them more exciting. The first thing you can do is to use a variety of photo sizes. Every photo doesn't have to be the exact same size. The second thing you can do is to create a variety in your photo orientations. Some might be portrait and taller than they are wide, while others are landscape and are wider. You can also create variety in the subjects of your photo. Some may have one person, some may have 2 or 3, and some may be a larger group. Get creative in how you crop your photos. I like to think about cropping my photos to tell the whole story. I want to show the setting, and for that, I'm going to use a wider angle shot that gives me the entire background of what's happening in the situation. I'm also going to want to focus on the subject. So you may have a full body shot or a 3/4 shot, maybe even a headshot, but you don't get the background you get in your setting photo. You're also going to want to provide details for your story. So crop some photos tighter, showing only a specific aspect of the event. And when you have the setting and the subject and the details, you're telling a really great story. Perspective is another way to create variety. Use your feet, move around, stand somewhere different, or try something from a different angle. And lastly, create variety in the emotion that you see in the photos. Aside from just posed photos, action photos and reaction photos can give a lot to a spread. So now that we've seen these 6 ways we can add variety to our pages, let's check out some examples and see it in action. We live in a yearbook world, right? We're in yearbook class, we're thinking about yearbook, we're doing a yearbook spread. We walk in and we interview somebody, and it's really easy to go in and just say, hey, can I ask you a question? What was your favorite Spirit Week day? Do you ever get a weird look? Like, why are you asking me this?
Hello? Hey, I have a quick question. What was your favorite Spirit day? Maybe anything but a backpack day?
Okay, thank you. People are kind of, taken aback to begin with. They don't live in a yearbook world. They aren't spending their time thinking about yearbook all day like we are. They're in math class or English class, or they're in the hallway between classes. They're not in a yearbook mindset, so we need to put them there. Hey, my name's Sarah. I'm with the yearbook staff. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Last week was Spirit Week, and in the yearbook, we want to cover Spirit Week. We want to kind of talk about what happened that week and the different days of the week. So this time when you walk in, instead of just asking them about Spirit Week, try this. I'm Sarah. I'm with the yearbook staff. I have a question because we're focusing on this topic in the yearbook this week, and I want you to be a part of it. Then ask them your question. Did you have a favorite day?
I did.
What was it?
Pajama day and white lie.
So how did you dress to cover both of those things?
I wore green plaided pajama pants and I wore a white t-shirt and I wrote a little white lie on it.
You've put them in the yearbook mindset, and now they're thinking about that. So when they go home at the end of the week and mom says, hey, I got an email about yearbook. Do you want one? Oh, this girl came in and interviewed me this week about that. Yeah, go ahead and order me one. And if you really want to take it up a notch, when you're done with your interview and you get ready to walk away, say, hey, by the way, I want to make sure I spell your name right because we're going to put you in this book. We want to put your interview in the book. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. And I've got your name. I know how to spell it. What grade are you in? 11th grade. All right, so we're going to put you in the book. Do you have any questions about how to buy the book?
Not right now.
Okay. Don't forget to tell your mama you're going to be in there.
Okay.
All right. Simple, free, I like it. Today's yearbook vocab word of the day is flow. Flowing is how we get your portraits onto your pages. But before we can do that, you have to begin by editing. Here's how. All images must be in the portrait section and in their correct folder. If you have an unknown grade folder that's come through from your photographer, make sure you identify the student and put them in the correct folder. If you have a photo submitted by a parent or a student, same thing, correct grade folder. And if you have a student who is not in the correct grade from the photographer for any reason, again, put them in the correct folder. The second thing is that all images must be tagged. If it's not tagged, it will flow as an unknown student. If the spelling is wrong, correct that in the image library by changing the tagged name. If the name is missing, correct that by going into the image library and adding a tag. And the third thing that you need to do before we can flow is to remove any duplicate images. Be careful when you remove duplicate images that you don't accidentally remove any identical twins thinking it's the same person twice. Once you have these three things done, email Kim and or Sarah and we'll flow them onto the pages for you. You literally cannot sit on the dining room table. Would you look at this? We're gonna start over. Laney, you cannot sit on the dining room table. What is she doing? Can you see her in this video?
Mm-hmm.